In Myrtle Beach, we don't dance with the stars. We shag with the stars. Find out what it's all about coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People, and Happy New Year. This morning we're at Taylor's Alterations and Boutique at 712 Main Street in Myrtle Beach. We're focused on the National Shag Dance Championships, and we're visiting with its chairman, Barry Thigpen. Good morning, Barry.
Happy New Year. Good morning.
Thank you for coming in on New Year's Day, and thanks to Ray and Beverly for opening up McTaylor's for us early at 7. Obviously, the Black Tie restaurant next door, they were crammed yesterday. And
right.
A big couple of days. Thanks for coming in.
Well, you're certainly welcome. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And the National Shag Dance Championships, of course, the prelims later this month, and then the big weekend coming up in, is it March?
March 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Wow.
But this month, what we have to look forward to is the 25th and the 26th.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And, of course, not only the National Shag Dance Championships, but we want to highlight Shagging with the Stars.
Well, we certainly do, and we had a great time last year. We've got some great stars and some great dancers who have contributed their time to practice with these people to get them all ready for the 25th, which is on Friday night around 10 o'clock. And we will be on time. It will start, and we'll be good to go.
I love it, Barry. Share with viewers a little bit about last year's event, the inaugural one of Shagging with the Stars, who some of the folks were in that, and how the results turned out.
Well, it was a great event. We had the mayor of North Myrtle Beach, the mayor of Myrtle Beach. We had Coach David Bennett, who was first runner-up, and David is still suffers from not winning that contest. He is so highly competitive and everything.
Yeah.
But Martha Hunn was the winner. She danced with Jeff Hargett, who was the 2005 overall champion, and they won. And of course, David was second. He danced with Nikki Brown, and we had other people.
Chamber president. And
listen,
I can't
Brad Dean was the best sport. He danced with Mandy Holt, who works there. Brad was just a super good sport, and he did a great job also.
Oh yeah, yeah.
As did Diane Devon Stokes, who was she's our hostess.
Will be with us later this week.
Right, right. But Diane is our hostess, and she had watched them, and she'd emceed it for years. And we wanted Diane to find out, exactly it wasn't quite as easy, and she always said it wasn't. So, but anyway, she enjoyed working with Bill Barber last year.
She's definitely a star, as are all those folks
they
you're
are.
talking about.
They are.
Sure.
Good sports, all of them good sports.
And the breakdown is identical to what you're planning for this later this month, and that. Share it, please.
Well, what they're doing, same as last year, they'll come out and they'll dance to one record. They'll select a record, and it'll be judged to two parts. We have 5 professional shaggers. We'll judge them, and they'll score them, and that score will be split with the audience applause at the end.
So there will be much like any,
Yes. It's the home viewers, except our home viewers will be at Studebakers, and then the judges.
That is tremendous.
Yeah.
That is tremendous, Barry.
But they do a good job. They do a good job.
Oh, yeah. Well, to see some of the pictures from last year and just those folks outperform, and even that shot, there's a great black and white shot of Brad Dean. I love it. He looks like looks like Charlie Duke out there.
Brad was what you call getting down. He really was. He did good. He did a super job. He is a super sport. He really is.
I've been amazed. Some of these guys who go out and do the Sweetie Pie pageant every year in that Grand Strand Humane Society, stuff that I could never even fathom. And then to see some of those same people get out and perform for you and Shagging with the Stars, I just couldn't believe it.
I know, and the ones who do the Sweetie Pie, I said, look, if you put on a dress, you got to do this.
You got no problem.
No problem.
That's exactly right.
No problem.
And you've got a great lineup, of course, this year. But real quick, the National Shag Dance Championships have been around how long, Barry?
This is our 25th contest.
Wow,
and we
started anniversary. Yeah.
We started this through the late great Ashby Ward. Ashby back in 1983, 84 said, well, Barry, we need something, because when we have the parade with Can-Am days, it either snows, it rains, it's horrible weather. What else can we do? And my wife Pat and I had just gotten back into a couple's thing of shagging. So we said, I said, well, why don't we do the Canadian American Days Shag Championship? And then I thought, why not just do it the National Shag? So we got the rights and everything, and we went ahead and did it.
Wow.
And for about the first 5 or 6 years, it was through the chamber that we worked with Marilyn Tunig and, of course, through Ashby, and got her going there.
That is tremendous.
Yeah.
So it really tied into the chamber originally. Yeah.
It did,
Yeah.
and it really got so overwhelming. Ashby said, "Barry, why don't you just kind of get a committee and y'all go somewhere else?"
I love it. I love it. And
But
Studebaker's has been a great venue.
Studebaker's was great. We were there for 16 years. Then went to Broadway 1 year. Came back. Then we went to another location, and then we went to the Attic for 4 years, which was a good, good history. With the I love the floor at the Attic because of the hardwood floor there.
Oh, yeah.
And then went back to Studebaker's last year.
Right, and you'll be
And,
back
and
there,
with
of course.
open arms with Don Cawthon, and it was great. It's great to be back.
Oh yeah.
And very fitting. One thing I think we can show on the
Please.
front cover last year was
I'll hold that up. I'll hold that up very definitely. Who is on the cover there?
that's last year's winners, and that's last year's program because they've won 2 years in a row. That's Jessica McElhaney, and Jessica's from Mount Pleasant or Charleston, South Carolina, and Sam West from Hamlet, North Carolina. Jessica, by the way, is the only person from the state, born in the state of South Carolina, to win this title, the overall championship.
Is that right? The only one born
Everybody
in the
else
state.
is from North Carolina. Your home state.
My
Yeah.
home state.
It kills me to
Amazing.
say
Where-
that.
That's
It
right.
kills
Where
me
you
to say
went to
that.
college. That's
There you
exactly
go.
right.
There you go.
That's amazing. Well, what a great shot. And of course, folks can get one of these great if they come, if they actually get
Right.
tickets and get in the
Right.
door.
Right.
These souvenir booklets here, which are fantastic. You've got some of the great corporate sponsors on the
Right.
back, and just a magnificent booklet here. It goes on and on to see the folks that are dedicated
Right.
to the shag.
Right.
To
right.
see folks that are dedicated to it. And for viewers who may not be totally familiar with South Carolina's official dance, what is the shag exactly, Barry? If someone asks you that, if you're traveling, not in the UK,
No.
obviously, but
not
if
in
you're
the
traveling,
UK,
let's say in Hawaii, and someone asks,
sometimes in New York, even if I've been with our dance team up there and wear a ball cap or whatever, and they said that's vulgar, and I said no, it's not. It's a dance. It's a dance.
It is a dance.
But the late great Louis Grizzard, columnist from Atlanta, he said it best. He said shagging is jitterbug on Valium. I mean, it is a slowed down dance. It is footwork dance. It is not arm movements and flips and that sort that you might see on Dancing with the Stars. But it
Right.
certainly is. It's our dance. It's very regional.
oh yeah,
And this kind of gives a segue. We have about 15 years ago we started a dance team, and 10 years ago they started competing.
right.
And we're proud to say that Myrtle Beach Herald is a
We
sponsor.
love them, our show sponsor.
Myrtle
yeah,
Beach Herald.
That's exactly right. Oh, great. We got
sponsor.
a shot of that. Let me hold that up, too.
That is this year's team, and
Right.
we're not competing after this year. Well, not to say we will never do it again, but we're not competing this year. We're doing more exhibitions. They've already performed 4 times, twice in South Carolina, twice in Virginia this year. And then they're going to, we're going to do, of course, they'll be at the Nationals, but they're...
That's the National Shag Dance Championship team, the
Right,
traveling team.
right. And that's selected by our board every year of dancers who have.
Wow,
to
very
qualify
handsome
that, you got to be a really good dancer, and you've got to have danced, gone to the big ball, and the big ball is Saturday night. You've got to have made the finals to dance on Saturday night at the Nationals to be on that team, and we got just some fantastic dancers.
You do. And now, how many of these are Palmetto State residents, and how many are Tar Heels?
That's a good question. Let's see. We
Not
have.
to put you on the spot.
Well, you
there,
did, but let's see. We have 1, 2, and a lot of these people move. Everybody that shags moves to Myrtle Beach or North Myrtle Beach. So they really do.
Yeah.
But right now, I'd say we got about half from South Carolina on there, some North Carolina and Virginia.
Virginia's being represented now.
Virginia.
Wow.
Well, we've over the last few years.
Sure, yeah.
We've had quite a few from Virginia because they had some really good dancers
Right.
that kind of cream of the crop. But also this team, for the first time, they're going to perform, I think, the first weekend in May at Harvard University.
Oh, come on.
No, they got
Harvard University in
Harvard,
Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Harvard, one of our guys from Charlotte, North Carolina, an investment, a banker, his name is Jason Cagle. He and his wife Holly on the team.
Yeah.
And he arranged it, and they're going to do their little number where they say, anyway, it's
Sponsored by the Myrtle Beach Herald. We
you
love
will
it.
be at Harvard, yes, again.
I love
there
it.
We go.
Yeah,
there you
very
go.
good
There you
connection
go.
there. That's right.
Good.
We ought to travel up there, Donald. Get up
Yeah.
there and check
and
them
film
out.
it out and do the whole
Yeah.
thing there. That'd be super. But this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to do more venues such as that, and to take the shag to. I mean, it's going to be in the clubs and all. And our past teams over the past 10 years, they've done 23 national dance championships, and this is where they compete against teams who did the Lindy, teams who did the West Coast Swing, the East Coast Swing, etc. Of all of those times, Greg, we have won 15 out of 22 times.
Oh, come on.
1/3 and the rest seconds. So the dance.
Number one, 15 of 22.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The swing, and it's generally judged by pure swing dancers. But one thing they recognize is the footwork.
Right.
And we emphasize that. Look at their feet, because we do more with our feet. We, not me, but
Right.
they do more with their
yeah,
feet
yeah.
than the others who do the flips and whatever. It's our guys are just so good, because usually when they compete,
Yeah.
the swing dancers, the guys don't have the footwork that our guys have.
Is that right?
Well, enough bragging about the team.
Yeah, no, I love it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The team superstar, we want to highlight some of the tremendous folks this year. If folks are going back to bed, probably having stayed up so late,
Right.
what's a good phone number for someone to call to learn more about both March as well as later this month?
They can call me, and this is my cell number, 843
Right.
222 6706.
Okay, and that would work for all of our viewers in the PD,
That's right.
Southeastern North Carolina.
That's right.
Still, 843-222-6706.
That's correct. That's correct.
That's great. Well, I saw it in a recent press release and a piece that came out in the Herald last month, where you'd laid out some of the contestants that will be competing later this month. And,
Right.
Obviously, give viewers a sense of, can they get tickets? I mean, is it open to the public?
No, well,
it's sold out of it, right?
No. It's definitely open to the public, but
Right.
we have some perimeter seats or tables, and those are for sponsors and people who have been buying the tables for years. But we will have some free bleacher seats,
Right.
and then, of course, if you've been to Studebakers, they've got lots of tables in there.
Oh, yeah.
And if you come early, you'll get a table. This is for the 25th and 26th.
Right.
It's a little more crowded in March.
Yeah.
So anyway, just come on. But you do get the tickets at the door. We don't do them ahead of time. A lot of people said we should, but anyway, we do it at the door,
madhouse,
and
yeah.
we've never turned anybody away. So
Is that right?
Right.
How does Don fit them in? I can't
He
even
gets them
imagine.
in there. They're in there.
Nice and
They're-
creative. That's right.
Yeah.
We won't talk about that on a.
No, we better
this one.
not.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah. How about some of the folks that are in there? I see Melanie Bennett. So his wife.
Oh, listen, it's going to be the Coastal Carolina #1 fan. She's going to come back, and
Right.
she's going to do what David didn't do.
She's hoping. Yeah.
And she's hoping
Yeah,
and win it. And then we also have last year we had Alma Lynn Hayden. Alma Lynn was if you know Alma Lynn,
She was listed as an author. I saw. I didn't know she was.
She
an
did.
author, I think.
Well, she did.
She was a Miss. Was she a Miss South?
What's the word? I don't do the stuff. The needlepoint.
Needlepoint,
Anyway,
yeah.
she did all those patterns and all. So she authored many books on that, and she does.
Right.
She's very creative. Alma Lynn is an absolute hoot. And yes, Alma Lynn was Miss Sun Fun. She was Miss Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Miss Myrtle Beach High School. She was first time I ever met
Hilda
her.
Carter will be with us tomorrow, and I think
know.
she was involved in helping to train
Right.
Alma Lynn.
The first time I ever saw Alma Lynn was the elevator opened. I was dating a girl who was in the Miss South Carolina pageant. The elevator opened, and this redhead from Myrtle Beach comes out, and she started talking 90 miles an hour. But anyway, Alma Lynn, that's the first time I met Alma it's a few years ago.
a
few years
yeah.
ago. But Alma Lynn was in it last year, and this year going back. For our author this year, we have Celia Rivenbark.
Oh, yeah, the Sun
who
News
is absolutely
columnist
hilarious.
Who's great on Sundays.
Right,
Very popular. gal.
she's hilarious, and I think one of her books is something like something to the effect that girls in the North are just as smart as us, except we're prettier. I think so. I think that's the title of it.
Whatever it is, it's a good one. Yeah,
it's good. She's doing it. Let's see. I don't want to forget anybody here. We've got also dancing. We got Senator Luke Ranking.
Oh, right. Yes,
Yeah.
Luke will be with us this Friday.
That's
we
right.
hope we can get him
That's
to
right.
open up a little bit about that. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
He'll open up. Rick is doing that. The 12-1 football coach at Myrtle Beach High School, Scott Early.
Oh, yeah. Scott
Scott's
Early was, I think, Coach of the Year this year.
He was Palmetto
yeah.
Coach of the Year.
Right. Big deal.
Those are some of the ones we've got.
Ed Piotrowski, I
Ed
believe, is one of them.
I shouldn't say this, but I will. Our favorite weather
Oh, you better
guy.
be careful. That guy,
And,
Frank Thompson's coming on strong.
Frank's coming on strong too. Also, we have
Nicole Boone,
Nicole
I believe.
Boone from WBTW Channel 13.
Right.
And Nicole is practicing, and she's practicing with Charlie Womble, who's a 9-time overall champion.
Wow.
And anyway, we've got a
So
super
you
good
picked some
group.
of the folks from the National Shag Dance Championship team who help pair up.
Well, no,
or you just get random. I mean, you
they,
get, obviously they're all pros.
We have some from the team and some that aren't. Some that like Nikki's not on the team this year, but she has been on the team, and Jeff, and they're very good dancers, and and excellent teachers. So.
Terry Springs and Debbie Harwell, I think you'd said, are two other big names.
Yes, Debbie, who we listen to on the radio in the morning on 99.5, and then we have when we're not watching your show, of course, and then we have Terry Springs, and she's our beauty queen this year. She was a Miss Sun Fun, and Terry's, and it's just realtor now, but she did morning talk shows also.
Yes.
And Terry's big claim to fame was one of her runner-ups when she won was, do you know who?
No.
Vanna White.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You mean when Terry Springs won Miss Sun Fun, Vanna White was a runner-up?
Yep.
I had no idea. That's amazing.
Yep, that was.
We'll have to talk to Hilda about that tomorrow.
Hilda, I'm sure Hilda knows all of her beauty queens.
Hilda's been very involved with the Sun Funds and
I'm
other
trying to
South Carolina pageants.
I'm trying to see
Myrtle Beach pageant coming up at the Carolina Opry, which is part of the reason we've got Hilda in tomorrow.
And we've got a couple of others dancing, and everybody's practicing and getting ready now.
Right.
So
how exciting! And of course, what is the practice consist of, Barry?
Oh, thank you. They get 12 hours. Last year it was 8.
Okay.
So we give them 12 hours to practice anytime they want to practice. So
right.
You're going to go for it, do it, whatever.
Some folks have been practicing. I mean, they'll do 2 or 3 hours in a row to really make sure they hammer it. Some of the folks have been practicing since when you called them.
Right.
Probably once a week, getting ready.
They're doing like 2-hour intervals. I know Brad White, who is just a super guy up in Wilmington. He's practicing with Celia. And I think they do like an hour and a half at the time or whatever. But some go in there and go, well, let's do 3 hours because the dancer may be out of town and they want to hit it and do it, get it over with.
And thank you for calling me, Barry. And I really appreciate that opportunity. Hopefully I can think about it another year. You think about, and I only mention me because you obviously pick people who aren't necessarily great dancers.
Clearly I'm
not. So
well,
that was kind
we hate that you can't do it because
it's a crazy year. But
Lord knows what we're missing with that.
Oh yeah, no, you're missing.
We hate
you're not
that.
missing much.
We hate it.
Some of these other folks, Piotrowski and other ones. I mean, they're not superstar dancers necessarily.
No. And Piotrowski was one of them. Like if you do the Miss Sweetie Pie thing, you got to do this thing. You know. And I talked to Sandra Adams, who helped Ed with his talent portion when he was in that.
Sweetie Pie, yeah.
And she said the boy has some rhythm, so we'll see on the 25th.
You'll know on the 25th. And that's a Friday night or a Saturday?
Friday night at 10 o'clock.
Okay,
yeah.
Friday.
We'll have a preliminary part of the Nationals at 8 o'clock with the non-pros, and then during this time, everyone will get to see all the contestants. They'll come out and do a little dance. Just kind of a review thing, very rapid, very quick. But you'll get to see everybody that's going to be back in March those 2 nights.
Wow.
And on that Friday night, we've got the juniors and appropriately the seniors. And then the next night, we'll have the masters and we'll have the professionals who are the top of the
cream. Do you ever, does it ever become like a little blah? Or is it always just amazing? I mean, every year it gets better and better. Do you ever get tired of anything?
We hope. We don't want to be stagnant with it, and we hope to do it. And that's why last year we added, it's a no-brainer.
Right.
I don't have an original thought in my head, but I can really copy something.
Take a great idea, make it better.
I can copy it, and Dancing with the Stars, Shagging with the Stars. So that's why we just want to keep it fresh. Also, this year we're doing the top overall winners on Saturday night. We're doing the top overall winners. And we're having a mixed double. That's like if you were a dancer, you'd pull a name out. It might be Hilda's name, and somebody you hadn't practiced with before.
Right.
And we got nice prizes for them. So
that's a great idea.
Charlie Wombles and Jackie McGee's, Jeff Hargett, Nikki Contoulis, and
so they've
Jessica.
all danced together, just not practiced together. They've all danced
but
together.
I have a feeling they'll be grabbing the ones who are in the contest. So let's just brush up a little bit in case I draw you.
Yeah, they'd be worried about that. That's
right.
Hilarious.
That
is hilarious. Barry, how exciting.
Another new thing, Greg, that we're adding to on Thursday night of the finals.
Okay.
Sometimes in March.
Right.
Sometimes they get the music a little too what the diehards think is not real shag. but it's, you know, they can dance to whatever they want to. So we're having a preservation night on Thursday night where we have gotten 11 disc jockeys, and they've listed the all-time greatest shag things. We've polled it, and they've got to pick one of the records off those 173 records.
Wow.
And it's like Green Eyes, 60-Minute Man, the real good boogie blues stuff.
Right.
And I've heard people say, I've never been on Thursday night before, but I'm going just to hear the music.
Barry, this is serious stuff. I mean,
It's-
not only celebrating a silver anniversary,
Well,
but
it's just a big
you're
one
talking
for us.
about 11 DJs getting together, 173. I mean, this is big stuff.
Well,
it's not just some guys out dancing and gals.
Well,
I mean, this is real competitors, real competitions. Obviously, a real focus on the scholarship, and we want to talk about that. We've only got about 5 minutes. So,
well, let's talk about the scholarship. Tragically, in 1998, on a Saturday night at the Nationals, the big night, a young lady named Beth Mitchell, a beautiful young lady from Stoneville, North Carolina, she won the non-pro. Beth had only been in it 1 year before, and she and her partner, they won the championship. Unfortunately, the next Friday, she was a school teacher at Stoneville Elementary in North Carolina and has her second grade there. She and her mother were leaving the school, and a tornado came through Stoneville. And they turned the wrong corner at the wrong time, and a building fell on their car, and Beth was instantly killed. And her mother, Nancy, was seriously hurt, but Nancy is fine. And so we started the very next year, starting the Beth Mitchell Memorial Scholarship. And to be eligible for this contest, and we have the juniors, the younger people in the contest, you have to have danced in the contest. You can be going back for your master's degrees or whatever. Since that time, we've awarded 8 scholarships, for a total of $33,000, and it started out as 1,000. And some of the people here have been recipients, like Leslie Melton, who choreographs our team this year.
Right.
She won.
She's a superstar.
Yeah. But they've gone, and she graduated from UNCW, but the scholarships now have gone up to $5,000. And sometimes, if they're doing real well, we'll add another 1,000 or 2 the next year, whatever. But we're very, very proud of that, and we're trying to get it up to the amount. And we're not there, but we'd like to be in the next 2 years where it'll sustain itself, where you don't have to touch any of the money, just the interest on it.
There's some real dollars coming in there, Barry.
Yeah.
So if folks were to make a donation, would that be tax deductible?
Oh, very much so. We're an Illimosinaire Corporation.
501c3, great.
Yes, we're a 501c3.
Right.
Exactly.
Very important. You mean, so if someone cut a check, would it be to the National Shag Dance Championship?
That'd be the Beth Mitchell Memorial Scholarship.
Beth Mitchell Memorial Scholarship, right? Which is almost a decade old. This year in 2008.
And they have a big fundraiser, and it'll be the first in February next month. It'll be the first weekend up in Greenville at Thirsties 2, which is at the Shag Club. They raise about $6,000 a year. Well, that's what they did last year. The year before it was $9,000, but we had a flu epidemic last year, and it cut it down. But anyway, we want to get it up to around 100,000, and we think the next 2 years we can do that.
That's great.
We
The
hope so.
Beth Mitchell Memorial Scholarship.
Right.
Folks, if they can't get out later this month for the prelims or even in March, they can support it.
They can do that.
To set the stage, and obviously it's very worthy recipients. They can make a donation. Could they even bring it that night when they come in?
They can bring it. We will take it. We've had some great recipients. One guy graduated from Virginia Tech, and he's out. He's teaching now with UNCW. 2 doctors from Shag doctors, which from ladies.
Right.
One's a pharmacist, and the other is a regular doctor. I shouldn't say that for pharmacists, but you know what I mean.
Right.
And two of the young ladies who've won that have gotten their degrees.
That's
in that.
tremendous.
It's great.
That is tremendous.
It's great.
We hadn't highlighted you've got deep ties in the Palmetto State, but also some good ties to the Tar Heel State, Barry.
Well, I went up there to college. I went to Elon College, now University in Burlington.
I know.
And while I was there, I met this lady who was a first-year school teacher. I'd gone to Vietnam and come back and everything, but anyway, and happened to marry her. So I tell everyone, like you, Greg, I married a Yankee. So anyway, she's from Greensboro. So,
I love it. I love it. Good Guilford Alamance connection there.
Yes,
Those 2 great.
By the way, you say Guilford too. Guilford College. Her father at one time was the oldest graduate from Guilford College. So all the North Carolina ties.
Yes, there are some deep ties. And as you highlighted, a lot of the folks in the Tar Heel State either come and make Myrtle Beach home or come down here all the time to dance and have a great time.
They do.
This is the place to do it.
That's right. That's right.
The excitement for you, Barry, year after year, the biggest part for you is it what? Is it now supporting the scholarship? Is it seeing folks achieve success that way, or is it just seeing the dancers?
I always get a cheap thrill out of seeing the dancers enjoyable, but seeing who's going to win, I'm really happy for them. And then I kind of try to get out of the thing of feeling bad when somebody loses, but somebody's going to have to. The team has been a big part. The team has done a wonderful job to promote shag all over the country, from California to New York and Tennessee and everywhere.
Right.
That's good. But the Beth Mitchell Memorial Scholarship, that is the remembrance outside of any members you have on the dance floor of doing that and help send someone to college. I think it's great.
Great words.
All
Barry,
right,
thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Congratulations again on Citizen of the Year.
That's very kind, absolutely. Stay tuned to more Carolina People with the chairman of the National Shag Dance Championships, Barry Thigpen, coming up next. You know, when you think of the Shaggin' with the Stars and the National Shag Dance Championships, you're thinking of something fun. It may be all fun and games. It's not. The real thrill for Barry, you heard him talk about, obviously seeing some winners, seeing some losers, but the opportunity to recognize this elementary school teacher and the loss of her life about a decade ago, and recognizing the ability to continue to grow the Beth Mitchell Memorial Scholarship. We didn't talk about the Rotary four-way test and Barry's philosophy of life, but it ties in real well. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? You heard him talk about that, thinking about the scholarship. You can make a difference. Get out there that night. Get out there the 25th and 26th, that Friday and Saturday, or March 6th, 7th, and 8th. Take the time, or to learn more, pick up the phone, 222-6706, 222-6706, to learn more about the National Shag Dance Championships, but more importantly, to learn more about the Beth Mitchell Memorial Scholarship. Take the time.